There we go. Yay! Stupid silence wizard. How dare you. G'day, guys, and welcome. My name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition's playthrough of Curse of the Crimson Throne, our adventure that has taken place around the city of Korvosa in the height of chaos and anarchy. Joining me today are my wonderful Patreons who support the channel, help me keep the lights on, and continue to do this cool thing, playing games for a living. Yay! Hi, everyone! Oh, it's so good to see everyone. I'm super keen, super excited to start my week with these wonderful people. This is by far one of my most enjoyable games during the week. It's not only because it's one of my favorite adventures, but also because these characters are freaking amazing. And I love seeing these guys getting to embark on the tale of twisted and sordid woe and suffering that the town has undergone, only to be freed by their actions as heroes. Yay! Now, of course, guys, we have a few people to thank before we get stuck into it, and let's start by thanking these individuals who help us keep the channel looking amazing, and that is, of course, the sponsors of our shows. Hero Forge, for the wonderful artworks you'll see on screen, the tokens that you'll see being used on the screen behind us, and many, many more. Hero Forge is a wonderful 3D model building program which allows you not only to make your RPG characters and bring them to life, but also, now that COVID's kind of like, slowly dying down. I mean, it's still a thing, obviously, but people are getting to go outside and getting to go play games, getting to exist and play games in the meat space. Hey, if you want these characters made, you can get them 3D printed or 3D print them yourself. So go check out Hero Forge, because Hero Forge is full of just some awesome stuff there. Sirenscape, because, it doesn't matter if you're playing at a table or online. Some cool sounds are always a fun addition to your game. There it is. Love it. And, of course, last but certainly not least, guys, Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice. If you guys want to get into online role-playing games and stuff like that, then, yeah, give it a consideration. Boom. Check it out. Check out Fantasy Grounds. And please do use our affiliate link because, of course, proceeds that you purchase on Fantasy Grounds go towards the Dead Aussie Gamer. Yeah, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, there you go. There's your sponsors. Now, with the actual stars of today's show, none other than my players, starting with none other than Padrig the Gunslinger, played by our dear friend Twiff. Good morning, sir.
Good evening, morning, wherever you may be. Time zone appropriate greeting. Yes, I'm playing Padrig, the half-elven gunslinger. He had intended to go to school to be a wizard, lost his scholarship, and was disowned from his family when he was framed for murder by Gadrin Lamb. Helped kill him, has been trying to do what he can to do good in the city, and, now we're trying to take down Gadrin's son, who happens to be a necromancer, which I like even less than Gadrin's.
Indeed, indeed. Somehow they managed to find a way to make you hate someone more than the guy at the very, very start who was using children and running a drug ring.
Yep.
All right, next up, playing the delightfully optimistic Holly. Our fairy rogue is none other than the wonderful and vibrant Malakisa. Hi, Mally.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
I'm super suspicious that we're your favorite game just because you really want one of your monsters to eat me.
Yep.
Super suspicious of that. But yes, I play Holly, who is a fairy noble who ran away from home because she really didn't want to get married off. She also read probably entirely too many adventure novels, and she's fairly certain that she's living in an adventure. So this is a book. She knows she's one of the good guys, so she's certain none of her companions are going to die, and everything absolutely has to work out the way that it is supposed to. And that is the attitude that she brings into everything. And with her, as always, is her husky familiar, Penny, who will do anything for her, and who is Holly's very best friend.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Next on our list, of course, the inquisitive and curious Quinn, the investigator, played by the equally quizzical Arjanasi. Hi!
Hey, how are you? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, thank you. It's definitely early on a Monday, but yeah, it's going well so far. Tell us, if you would, my dear, of the incredible Quinn.
Quinn is a native to the city of Korvosa. As you say, she is of the investigator class of the gritty noir style. She met up with this jolly band of misfits on the trail of Gadrin Lamb, and now we are putting together a jigsaw puzzle of a corpse.
Yep, that's
jigsaw puzzle.
That's very much what's happening right now. All right. Next up on our list, playing the role of the Automatos Canonicus is none other than our dear friend Chad, who is playing the role of Fido, the Ranger Automaton. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I am playing Fido, the automaton. He was created 5,000 years ago to be a scout for the army. And since then, he's kind of done little bits of that here and there. But every so often, he decides to take a nap for a couple hundred years and has recently woken up just outside of Korvosa, where he met this lovely group of people and is hanging around to see what life is like now. And boy, it still hasn't gotten much better for these Korvosans, has it?
All right. And last but certainly not least, playing the role of the fox-like Dante who is, of course, the Kitsune druid of our group, is none other than our dear friend Rykon. Hi, Rykon.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about Dante, if you would.
Well, Dante is local to Korvosa, mainly of the forested area. He's been helping out hunting and managing to find out a friend of his had died due to drugs that were being outed and such, and went to go look for a person that was doing so, and ended up where he is now, completely out of the way of the person he was trying to look for.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. And with any luck, you will be able to reach that point and hopefully get to the bottom of your investigation at one point or another. We'll see. All right. Without any further ado, I always forget this. We have one further ado. We always have one further ado. And that is, of course, to thank the biggest of our sponsors, right? The best of our sponsors. And that is, of course, you guys in the audience who have already freaking kicked us off with a level 4 hype train with 14 subs and 1,300 bits. Holy crap, thank you so much, guys. Guys, this channel exists off you guys, off your love, off your support. So big shout out and thank you to both Kalindria and Mr. Game and Arts, as well as the indomitable Ire Genasi, donating the bits and subs, and of course our dear friend and artist extraordinaire McBluff also. Guys, it's people like it's things like this that really do help. When it comes to helping me decide what shows to put on, allowing me the funds to not only compensate myself but the cast members on like bigger shows that we do. It all goes a super long way to keeping the Dead Aussie Gamer channel doing what it does. So you guys are my biggest sponsor, and thank you deeply for everything you guys do. And if you guys want to, of course, there are incentives to donating to the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, like these you can see on screen. You can come behind the DM screen with me, and you can influence the course of any game that we play, either with channel points, which you earn simply from watching the show, allowing you to grant insight bonuses, loot drops, spawning NPCs and the like, or you can donate financially to the group, and you can do anything from $5 tiers, which award hero points to our players, jinx points to the GM. $10 generates plot twists, where I draw from a random deck of cards and we insert a plot twist into the game. $20, we give a natural 20 to a player or GM of your choice. And lastly, for $50, we boost up one of the encounters that we're currently in, provide a magic item for our group, or lastly, we do have one last thing, which is A secret menu item. The secret menu item is always a cause for mystery and intrigue. It only gets mentioned once, but it's what it is. The secret menu item for today is a well, I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say it's a beast of some variety that will have to do with one of the encounters happening today. It's basically it is a boss buff, basically. Something big lurks for our group, and we'll have to unlock it to find out. There you go. Oh boy, I'm in danger. That's Mickey Mouse in danger. Okay, so all right, now without any further ado, we return deep below the Dead Warrens, where our heroes find themselves entering into what looks to be a bedchamber. The chamber holds a large four-posted bed with simple writings upon a desk just to the right of them as they enter. A full-length mirror hangs propped against one of the walls that is made of earth and stone. As you enter, you also get this sort of smell. It's an old and stale smell, like a person who hasn't aired out their room in like a year. It's got that kind of dry sweat kind of smell there. Now, sitting on the table is a curious but broken knife with a strange bladed shape. It looks very expensive, but could be little more than a letter opener. As you enter this room, emerging at its heart is a glowing light that seems to shine, radiating light in all directions. It speaks out to you and says, "Rolf is not here. Turn around and go back to whence you came."
Can I see, did the voice actually come from, the light, or is the light obscuring my vision so that I can't see the person who said that?
Oh, that's an interesting question here. Let's go with a perception check as you attempt to ascertain whether or not the voice is coming from the light or if it's coming from somewhere else.
Okay. First roll of the day. Perception.
Also, we would like to thank the audience for the $20 tip for Holly. Holly now has a natural 20 token, which is being obscured.
Being eaten.
Which is being obscured. So I might need to move the canines over here on the layout. There we go. All right, good. Yay! There he goes. All right. Okay, with an 11. It does not. Well, it's not that you can. It's not that you can't tell, but the light is not bright enough to be blinding you or obscuring you, so you cannot see anyone in the room. However, as for where the voice is coming from, it is hard to say. This chamber is so small and the acoustics are quite good that it seems to be coming from all around as it speaks.
Can you tell us where we might find Rolf?
Rolf is elsewhere. And as for where you can find him, I don't know, can find him not here. And if you want to look for him, then you search for trouble. And you don't want that. So you should leave.
No, indeed, I do not want trouble. You're quite right about that. We're just on an errand of sorts. Maybe you could help us. We're looking for bits of a person.
Bits of a person? That's a bit unusual.
It is.
Well, no bits of people here. Just this bedroom, which of course does not have Rolf Lamb in it.
Really?
I'd like to, if I may, try to look around the room to see if there is anything off. with the room? Like maybe a shimmer, like there's an illusion or something that potentially could be going on?
Make a perception check. Anyone else who wishes to do something similar, casting their gaze around or moving around the space, you may also make perception checks.
Yeah, I think he's lying. What sort of a check do or the
nothing? You just simply think he's lying. You're allowed to think people are lying.
I'm gonna throw up detect magic. See if there's any illusions or anything.
All right, with your detect magic, you can indeed detect that there is magic coming from the glowing orb, not surprisingly. The glowing orb, however, does not seem to be that complex. It's actually just a dancing light. The voice is coming from nearby, but as to where, it's still a little difficult to ascertain. Yeah.
I'd like to search the room if I might, please.
Yes. Make a perception check again.
I feel like diplomacy is not the best option here, and I feel like the thing that we are talking to is a bit of a mouthpiece. I feel like threatening might be the better option. Do you guys mind?
Well, the glowing light is just a light, so just an actual. It's not. I don't think the voice is coming. I think it's just an actual literal dancing lights kind of spell.
It is, but there's a person behind the lights.
Well, no, there's a person somewhere nearby projecting his voice somehow. Or her voice.
Yeah, we can intimidate that person.
I'm gonna call. I'd like to call over Kane and kind of like kneel down, and then I'm going to whisper to him and say, "See if you can smell where this voice is coming from. We know that there's lots of Darrow here, and they like to turn invisible."
All right. Before we get to Fido and Kane, we'll acknowledge and resolve Holly's contribution here. So Holly has mentioned that they want to try and intimidate the orb. Quinn has suggested that intimidating an insubstantial ball of magic light might not be efficient. Holly has other ideas. So I guess the scene is yours, if you would like to do something with that. Also, we have an insight bonus redeemed from McBluff, which I will hold on to and use at the appropriate interval. But thank you.
Well, still talking to Quinn, because there's still a person behind the lights. I realize the person's not physically here.
I'm not saying you shouldn't try.
Let me give it a try.
Okay. Holly can approach the light.
Yes, going directly up to the light and looking directly at the light as if there's a person there. Mm-hmm. Okay, look, buddy. We've already taken out the rest of the Darrow in this area. We have already taken our pick of the books in the library. We have gone through every bit of this area. We are going to find what we want to find, and if you do not help us out, we are going to go through you the way we went through the golems in this area. Do you understand?
Make an intimidate check. Very nice. All right. I'm going to give you an insight bonus here. The insight bonus is that intimidations work one of two ways. They work to try and coerce, or they work to increase threat, as it were. In this particular case, the attempt was for coercion, to try and gain help. The trouble is that the opposite end of giving you aid is not as ideal as whatever or whomever this might be is when it comes to being afraid. They're more afraid of Rolf than they are you guys, which means that you guys will be moving into hostile territory or being perceived as a threat. At this point in time, I'm going to give the insight bonus to Fido. Fido, you can see that behind the mirror itself, there is a small light that seems to come from beneath it, almost as if there's a pathway behind the mirror.
Okay.
The light continues to float in the room, but at the moment, it does not seem to go anywhere.
Going to kind of walk around, try to not look like I am too interested in the mirror, but kind of like, oh, I happen to be walking by this mirror, and then try to see if it'll move to the side of it and see if I can move the mirror.
All right. You do so. The orb floats over to you and says, "Do not touch the mirror, for it is cursed."
Are you a wizard? Are you a wizard?
Am I a wizard? Is this floating orb a wizard? I mean, no, I'm not a wizard.
Ah, well.
But you should definitely not look behind the mirror.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Pay no attention.
That's where I was going.
I just want a heart.
I'm going to pull the mirror off the wall, if I can, or move it, or however I can.
All right, very well. As you do so, let's get into here real quick. Boom. All right. On the other side of the glass mirror, you can see a small and short corridor leading into another bed chamber. This one, dry, well-kept chamber with a narrow bed, relatively empty-looking shelves containing only a handful of books, bones, and skulls. Let's add a little bit of light here, shall we? There we go. All right. A man's a man's arm bearing numerous tribal tattoos lies on the bench here, which kind of looks like it's sort of twitching. It seems to be attached to what looks to be a wooden doll that otherwise looks like a mannequin with a kind of a generic featureless faceplate, kind of broken bits of wood all about it. It looks like a construct of some kind with a now human arm attached to it. Some nearby pieces of the interior mechanisms have been pulled apart and moved into different locations. Standing in the center of this room is what appears to be this individual. Yeah. And let's share an image for our lovely audience. All right. Okay. This individual looks towards you and says, "You should not have come here. You should not have come here. Not at all. How dare you?"
Look. You see that arm that's attached to that wooden bit over there? Literally all we want. We'll take that. We'll go. You go on your merry way. We'll go on our merry way.
That is not for you. That the master, he claimed this. This is his. He paid good money for it.
I understand that he paid good money for a bunch of bodies all at once. And this one's really kind of important, and we need it back. And we prefer not to have to take it over your corpse.
But we will.
You brutes!
I'm afraid so.
I've always wanted to do that. You brutes!
You monsters!
He says you have no appreciation for what the master is trying to do. You just seek to take and take, just like all surface people take and then waste. Oh, it all end up down here. Everything is thrown like waste and garbage. You do not see the value of what is here. You can see he's still terrified of you guys.
We do actually see the value. That's why we've come to collect these particular parts. They're very precious.
And we've taken
to his
nothing
family.
else.
Yep.
These parts are important because they will prevent disaster shutting down this operation and the city.
You've already attacked my people. You've already assaulted.
Now, we technically defended ourselves, and we're really sorry that we broke up their D&D game, but in our defense, they attacked us. And
you broke in. You have weapons. You do not come to a place that you do not wish to attack if you are armed.
No, we are armed to defend ourselves, and it was a good thing we were.
Technically, I go everywhere armed.
All right. At this point, we are going to go into initiative, mostly for 3 reasons. The first is, this guy is mad, because all Darrow are actually mad. Number 2,
this does
like
not
crazy
surprise
or
me.
Angry?
Crazy.
Okay. I
Super
thought that's
crazy.
what you meant.
I was thinking both.
All right. Oh my. All right. Didn't you say D6, Calindria? Just on a completely side tangent. I thought you said D6.
Yeah, I saw a D6 as well.
I saw D6. Yeah. Okay.
She
Anyway.
said ignore this.
Oh, okay. Very well. A nat 20 for Quinn. Ooh, there you go. Quinn gets a nat 20.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Callie. Yay!
Beautiful.
Oh, that's why you said. Oh, okay, good. All right, I will ignore it then. I have ignored it. It has been ignored. Ignored is the flavor of the dag. All right. So, without any further ado, he says, "Yes. No, you waste. You waste. I know who you are. Yes. The gunslinger, the fairy, the investigator, the metal man, and the fox. Yes, I know you. Because
You got the millionaire and his wife.
millionaire and his wife in the kitchen with a candlestick. I know you. I know you because the master knows you. And the master knows you. The master knows you well.
He's not still sore about his dad, is he?
No. He is thankful.
Oh, good. See, we did him a favor. Come on.
You watch as the tiny creature steps off the bed. And as he does, the bed starts to rise, almost as if it was like kind of lifting up on an axis. And underneath
Like
the bed
Exorcist. Uh-oh.
is a very familiar zombified human with what looks to be a large kind of series of crocodile scales grafted onto the body of what may have once been the corpse of Gadrin Lamb. Now stands before you, its eyes milky white, reaching out angrily. Get him, my creation! Get them! Tear them apart! Seek vengeance for yourself! And we are going to go into initiative.
We gotta kill this guy again, huh?
See, this is why we tried to talk with you, crazy Darrow person.
Alright. Quinn, as the closest individual, Gadrin pulls out what looks to be a scythe. Scythe? No, he doesn't. No, I'm just taking that scythe off him. No, thank you. I definitely
Yeah,
do not
because
want
scythes are not very much damage.
actually, in second ed, it's 1d10 plus 8 damage for this attack.
Oh.
I mean, I can
Holy
use it if you
shiitake
want.
mushrooms.
Yeah, I can use it if you really want me to. Okay, so he's going to use one action to get down from the platform. Because he is a zombie, he only gets one action per round. One less action per round. And he is going to try and punch Quinn. Which will hit. Alright. A blow to the chest, Quinn delivers 10 points of damage.
Wow, that hurts.
As it shambles forward.
This guy didn't look like he knew karate.
It almost looks as though the crocodile enhancements have like tightened his muscles, made him a lot more
Buffed him up.
formidable. Yeah.
So he's not gimpy anymore then.
No, he definitely doesn't have that same limp and stuff like that. He is tougher. He is much tougher than he was in life. Quinn, you are up next. Although you are you still sickened? No, you've gotten rid of that because you are no longer in the stench aura. There you go. All right, I removed it from you. Boom.
I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna go after him with Stormblade, which I conveniently have to hand. All right, so let's see, how do I do this so that I can get. All right, there we go. Hmm. 17. Is that it?
With a 17, as you pull out your Stormblade, you swing at Gadrin, and as it goes towards him, despite how lumbering and cumbersome he seems, the blade whizzes past as he steps to the side. He is definitely much more lighter on his feet now that he doesn't have that walking stick.
Yes, indeed. All right, I'll go in for try 2.
Try number 2. The blade swings downwards and misses, but then quickly changing to a horizontal arc, you swing that blade. Second attack.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying I had missed, and I was like, I didn't roll yet.
No, I was just setting you up.
Okay.
There we go.
Gotcha.
But it does indeed miss.
Totally missed. Yeah.
It does, however, cut the front of his vest, but he manages to jump backwards. Yeah, this is kind of alarming because these are not the movements of Gadrin Lamb.
All right, I'm going to take my third action to back up a little bit and say, careful, guys. They crossed him with a ninja.
Very well. All right. We then go to Vrieg, as his name is. He says, yes, get him. Get them. Let's see. Who is a big threat? He doesn't like the robot. Hey, robot. Fort save. Let's see what happens here. Oh, damn it.
You're fine.
He attempts to cast blindness on you. And thankfully,
you already rolled it for me.
Thankfully, I already rolled it.
I thought you were rolling for him for something. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, he can force you to roll.
All right. Let's see. What else does he do? I think that's all he's gonna do. He's gonna take a defensive stance. That's what he's gonna do. So he is going to basically just protect himself while he is standing on the bed, kind of cheering on his creation in the middle of battle. Okay. Dante, you're up next. What does our kitsune do?
First, I was gauging how much of a distance is between us and them. Dante is going to use an electric arc first on Vrieg and then on Gadrin Lamb.
Very well. All right. Make your attack. All right. Vrieg will take half damage of 5. As the electricity hits him, it, however, does not bounce. to the.
It does not.
It
Okay.
does not bounce to Gadron Lamb. Instead, the arc flies over to the table near Quinn. Quinn, I need you to make me a reflex save.
Oh no, friendly fire.
Yes. Unfortunately, you're standing on the table that I'm trying to get to.
That's what you get.
I'm looking for it. Okay, there you are. There you are.
Ooh, a 16. What's the DC? The DC is. What is the DC?
For my spell,
Yeah,
that is a DC 20.
DC 20. All right, that is
Wow.
unfortunate. So roll the damage in chat. It will deal half damage automatically to Quinn, even though she's failed. The other half of the damage, however, seems to strike the wooden construct.
I
on the
apparently hit myself.
table. Good job. All right, so that'll be 5 damage. 5 damage to Quinn and 5 damage to you for zapping yourself. All right, no. All right, so 5
I
points
rolled
of
it in
damage.
chat. That's why I was confused.
It's fine. It's fine. All right. So, as the lightning strikes Quinn, it sort of manages to pass through. Like again, just kind of almost like when you get too close to a statically charged like piece of metal, and it just sort of arcs and zaps you. That's kind of what it feels like. But the lightning bolt itself manages to strike the wooden construct. At this point, it begins to twist and move. As it does so, Quinn, what's your reaction to this?
It's alive. No, I'm gonna jump back.
Very well. Okay, as this happens and you start claiming that, all of a sudden, the creature at your feet suddenly seems to stand up, or sit up, should I say. And the creature appears thusly.
Gonna be something creepy and heartbreaking, isn't it?
There we go.
Oh.
All right. At this point, the creature sits up and goes, "Hey, whoa! Hey, what's going on? Is that a human arm? Why have I got a human arm? This is like the second weirdest thing I've ever seen. Who are you? What the hell is going on? What the heck is that? Is that a zombie?" As the creature starts to point with its new meat hand, it seems to be in a state of panic and alarm.
It is a human arm. I don't know who did it to you. We're happy to take the human arm away, though, if it's bothering you. Because we need it anyway. And these guys are, they're trying to kill everybody.
You want to disarm me?
I see what you did there. That was a good one.
Oh, no, but seriously, this is really grotesque. I mean, not only is this not my arm, I don't even know where my arm is.
We could see if we could find it. But we have to deal with these people. Can you help with these guys? They're gonna, we can't help you if we're dead. What do you think?
Let's see. A group of people heavily armed in what looks to be an underground chamber versus a zombie and a tiny blue man with a Fu Manchu. Yeah, I think I know which side I'm gonna pick on this.
All right.
All right.
And then we'll try and find your arm.
So for the remainder of this fight, oops, nope, I wasn't meant to do that. Delete you. For the remainder of this fight, let's see if this actually works. Oh yeah, there he is.
Hey, pull over Coloni's seat.
Yep. All right. For the remainder of this fight, you have acquired. Oh, I need to add some stuff here. But yes, for the remainder of the fight, you have added Kolodi to the battle. courtesy of our dear friend Calindria.
Thank you.
For the remainder.
Well, I have to
Go ahead.
I have to see if I can find it. I might not.
Go ahead, Dante.
No, you go ahead.
I didn't have anything.
Oh, okay. Dante was just gonna finish up his turn by giving guidance to Holly.
All right, Holly. You have guidance.
Yay me!
Which might get used really quickly, depending on how things go.
That's very true. I don't seem to have Collodi's artwork and stuff. That is fine. I will make do by doing this. Yay, there it is. Okay, good. All right, thank you for your patience. All right, next up.
He is very squared.
He is very squared. All right, boom. All right, next up on our list is Padrig.
All right. Well, I'm going to shoot Gadrin.
All right,
don't
very
like
nice.
I didn't like him when he was alive. I don't like him anymore when he's dead. Now, does he look more like a undead or a construct?
Difficult to say. You have been dealing with a lot of constructs. All right, your bullet flies out and strikes center mass of Gadrin Lamb's body. Wow, 35 damage. Boom! Blows a massive chunk out of the shoulder of Gadrin.
No, that should be only the first two. I did not heed Holly's advice, and shift is my push to talk, and I think that made it be a crit instead of a regular.
Very well. So I'm going to deduct.
Always listen to the fairy.
Yep, I'll
deduct
remap my push to talk.
Instead of push to talk, it's push to
Yeah.
crit.
Exactly. Everything's a crit because I'm talking.
All right.
It's probably set to left shift, so if you do
Leave
right
it
shift,
there.
you should be fine.
It's fine. It's fine. All right. There we go. It does 19 points of damage instead.
It's a lot.
All right. I will reload. I'm going to reload with, just in case, though, I'm going to use one of the holy water bullets that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So I will load one of those, and then I will take another shot at Gadrin.
All right. Take your shot. So as you flick in your bullet in the chamber, another shot rounds out. The shot hits as well.
All right.
All right. 19 points of damage to Gadrin Lamb. All right.
All right. Was I able to tell if the holy water did anything extra there?
It does indeed.
Okay.
It deals an extra 6 points of damage as it strikes.
Nice. All right. That's it for me.
Okay. Fido, we then move to yourself.
All right. You know, Collodi kind of reminds me of Abe from Oddworld a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the face. He looks like Abe, and he's like the stitches in his lips.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
I love it. All right. So Fido hops up on top of this right here. to look at Brieg,
Mhm.
commands Kane to go after Gadrin, but I'm going to take a couple shots at Brieg. Say, you were warned, blue person. Oh, come on.
All right.
That was a 19. That was a
As the
19.
arrow flies out with his extra +4 to his AC, 2 from the cover behind the bed, and 2 from him in his defensive stance, your bullet just simply strikes at the cushioning rather than him.
Okay. I will take another shot at him.
All right.
Come
All right.
Again.
That
did
is
it again.
a critical miss. Actually, in hindsight, the first one's a critical miss as well, actually.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay.
All right, let's find out
You
what
wanna-
happens. Give us a number
Do
between
you
1
want
and
to
5.
perchance re-roll one of those?
Do I have a reroll I can do?
You've got a
still?
hero point? Yeah.
Let me spend that hero point.
All right, let's do it. Let's
To
say you
reroll
use
that
on.
second one.
Let's say you're going to use it on your first one, just because that's going to give you the most odds of success.
Okay.
That is true.
True. Better. Okay.
22 will still miss though. Because
Mother
It's at least not a critical miss.
it's not a critical miss though. Yes, correct.
That's
All
true.
right. So that is 1 critical miss. So 1 to 5, please, if you'd be so kind.
1.
All right. Range. My spleeny bits. Wow. Okay. So as you launch your bow, you actually, basically as the recoil of the bow hits, the actual bottom half of the bow stabs you in the gut. It actually delivers a very, very fierce wound. You actually gain the wounded condition.
Holy shiitake.
Yeah, that's it. It just straight up gives you 1 wound. Now, for those of you in the chat who are playing along at home, the wound condition is basically how severe his death condition is when he eventually falls unconscious. If you fall unconscious while wounded, you start as a further progression from your dying condition, meaning you are closer to death when that occurs. So yeah, straight up, you've just scarily stabbed yourself with a quite nasty wound. You have 1 more action.
I like
I
how
commanded
I like
Oh, sorry, Patrick, go ahead.
I like how Dak just said when he falls unconscious, not if he falls
Right.
unconscious.
Right. Right. I noticed that as well. I did command Kane to go after Gadrin. That
Oh
was
yes,
my
that's right.
first
You did.
action.
That was your third action. All right. So Kane, your companion, is going to use his first action to close distance, and his next action to attack. All right. Kane goes for a bite attack. Kane will hit,
Nice job, Kane.
dealing 8 points of damage to Gadrin's zombie.
Will Kane's knockdown ability come into effect here, or attempt to come into effect?
Yes, it will.
Perfect.
So what is the knockdown ability? The last action was a successful strike. It just
I
knocks
think
him
it's just
prone.
a DC.
No, I don't
Oh,
think
just auto knock?
yeah, auto knock.
Oh,
The monster's last action was a success with a strike that lists knockdown on its damage entry. Effect, the monster is knocked prone. Yeah, that's it.
nice.
Straight up knock prone. Nice.
Perfect for Holly.
Good boy, Kane.
All right. Okay, Holly, you're up next.
Okay, I have a very important piece of information on my character sheet. And that is,
Yep.
I get +1 dodge to AC and +2 to all dex checks against Vrieg.
Yes, indeed.
Haha! Because that was from my Harrow reading at the very beginning of this game. So Holly...
Sorry, just to clarify, that'll also apply to the zombie as well. That's for the whole encounter.
Ooh, spiffy. Okay. Holly is going to use her acrobatics, and she is going to take a run directly into the room, jump onto the bed, use the bed as a trampoline, jump as hard as she can on that, and do a flip up and try to land on Vrieg's shoulders, and then stab down with the daggers.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to ask you to change your push to talk, so I'm not hearing myself. Okay. This is a complex maneuver. You're not only pushing past your allies, but you will be pushing past Gadrin, and then you will be making an acrobatics check, and then you would be making an attack. To give this an effect, I am going to ask for a hero point for it. I will allow you to make a athletics or an acrobatics check to get past Gadrin with no problem. I'm going to ask for either an athletics or an acrobatics check to move from the bed up the wall and onto Vrieg before your attack. This will consume 2 actions, and if you succeed on the athletics checks, I will also give you a basically I will negate the defensive bonuses that Vrieg currently has on him, which is a +4.
Okay, sounds good. So 1 hero point and then 2 acrobatics checks.
Yes, unless you wanted to use an athletics, but yeah, if you want to use acrobatics, you can.
I definitely want to use acrobatics.
Cool. So, you are running to the bed with that first action. So I need a athletics and acrobatics to get past Gadrin. Alright, let's see how he does in response. Come here, you. Oof, he does not make it. I'm going to burn my jinx point on that. I like that. I mean, as cool as your ability is, I definitely don't want you to do it. So let's see how we go here. Oh, that is a tie. All right. So that goes from being a +4 bonus potential to a +2 bonus potential. All right. Second acrobatics check.
Second check.
There we go.
Oh, it's funny, it went away. Okay, let me try it again.
All right. Okay. Unfortunately, that is not enough to perform the maneuver. You do not land on Vrieg's shoulder. You land behind Vrieg.
Or I could re-roll that with the divine intervention.
Oh, you could revolve that with the divine intervention. Yeah, all right, go on. You earned it. All right, with that, you do manage to land on Vrieg's shoulders. However, because the first one was failed, you do get a +2 instead of a +4, which you don't need to apply. I'm applying that to the defense of Vrieg. But you can make your attack now. So this has cost you 2 actions, meaning you will get another action at the end of this maneuver. Okay, make it, Holly, if you want. You could not. You could just be like...
You could use the nat 20.
True. A 22 will not hit Vrieg.
In that case, I'm just going to use my nat 20 on it.
All right. I would like to approach the bench. Well, I don't need to, but I am the bench. If you use the nat 20 here, and your next attack potentially fails with a -5 penalty because it's at a lower rate, it may be in your best interest to miss this one and then use the nat 20 on your next attack, potentially.
Oh, you have a very good point.
It is up to you, however.
Okay, I'll keep the miss and use the nat 20 on the next one.
Very well. All right, nat 20 on the next one will be a crit. Because of the nature of what you're doing, I will also allow you to apply sneak attack.
Ooh.
Tell me when to roll.
Roll away. So you jump behind, and that first attack that sort of strikes at him mostly hits cloth. You realize now that Vrieg is actually quite skinny and gaunt underneath his clothes. Also, so roll that damage again on him. So it's double damage. So, yep. There it is. Cool. And then your sneak attack damage, just roll it in chat, and I'll add it as well.
Wait, what's my sneak attack damage?
You tell me. Should be on your character sheet.
1d6 precision, I think. Unless that's somehow gone up within... No, I don't know how rogues do in 2nd edition Pathfinder.
As your rogues level, yada yada. By 1 at 5th level. No, so you're not 5th level yet. So it is 1d6.
1d6, okay.
Yeah, but that does double, so that's 2d6.
Potentially 12 damage.
Okay, how do you roll 2 at the same time?
Hold left click to pick up the dice, and then click on right click to duplicate it. On the bottom left, where your where the actual dice are. Beautiful. All right, that's 8 points of damage in addition. Where are you, Vrieg? There it is. Take that, you bastard. All right, and give us a number between 1 to 5 for your crit.
Let's go with the 3.
1, 2, 3. Here we go. This is piercing or slashing?
I think daggers are piercing.
I think they are too. All right. Target gains stunned 3. As you stab him, he is unable to act in the next round, losing 3 actions from your attack. All right. Very nice. All right, which brings us to Kolodi. Now I need to remember how to use Kolodi. What actions do you have? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. All right. So, Kolodi says, okay, listen here, bud. It's you and me. Zombie Gator Man. A la Puppet Zombie Man. My name is Kolodi Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. And Kolodi jumps off the table here, and takes out his big fist and punches Gadrin Lamb with a critical hit of 23 damage. His upper body just explodes in this huge spray of gore as he does also crit. I'm gonna go with a 2 here. Bludgeoning. Target is confused. Damn right he is.
Where's my head?
You watch as the literally like kind of the lower half of the body is just kind of waddling around, like trying to get its bearings before they just kind of fall to the ground. Kolodi looks over at Vrieg and Holly and the like, and says, "Okay, bud, you're next. Okay, you are the one who did this to me, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna use this hand to choke the life out of you." At this point, Vrieg says, "Ah! Oh, my eyes! Oh, my back! I'm in so much pain. But you know what? Why choke the life out of me when you could choke the life out of them?" And Vrieg goes, "Yeah." And as he stretches his hands up, you watch as Kolodi looks like he's about to go and punch Vrieg, but then his hand shakes. He's like, "What? No. Hey, you're mine, okay? Listen, buddy. You ain't gonna... No. He turns around, and it looks like he's gonna punch Quinn. So that's one action to jump down, one action to punch. All right, Quinn.
And he does so much damage.
He does. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Oh, look at that. He doesn't crit.
He doesn't crit.
Very funny.
All right, 13 points of damage as the zombie arm turns and punches Quinn. It is heavy. It is at this point you realize this is the fist of a Shoanti warrior that has collided with your frame. You don't want to fight any Shoantis on the best of times. And Collodi just looks and says, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's completely involuntary. I swear this doesn't happen. It's never happened to me before." Just, whoa.
We've heard that before.
All right, and that is his turn. Quinn, it is now up to you. It is now your turn. Collodi is trying to hold his hand back. For the purposes of this, what this means is, from now on, Collodi will only get 2 actions in a round. 1 action will be spent trying to restrain his own arm.
Understood. I'm going to move past to the little reject from the Blue Man group.
Yep. Savage. That's just hurtful. My feelings.
And I'm going to go after him with the Storm Blade. Woo-hoo. Thank you, Grizzlus.
Oh no! You do have a hero point and a nat 20.
I'm going to use my nat 20 then.
Ooh, very nice. All right, an explosion of lightning crashes out of the storm blade at the tiny little blue creature. Now, Dante, did you intend to use lightning again in the next round?
No.
Okay, never mind then. Carry on. Quinn, please deal your damage.
Okay, I gotta reorganize.
And then give me a number 2, 1 to 5.
I blame Collodi.
Everyone does. Savage. 28 points of damage.
Jeez.
And what is your number of choice?
3, please.
3. Trace. Wide open. Target is flat-footed. Well, there goes all the AC bonuses that he just got.
It's perfect for Holly, too.
Yeah. All right. You have, basically, as you've done a upward vertical strike, you've knocked his hands free of that defensive posture he was taking. He is now flat-footed until your next round.
And I have one more, and I'm going to try and hit him again. Let's see.
All right, make your attack.
I haven't been rolling great. Yeah, no.
Ooh, this one will, unfortunately.
It's a whiffer.
I blame the big attack you just did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay, we then go to Vrieg. Can't I hear? No. You tiny fairy, come here.
Isn't he stunned this round?
Yeah, isn't he's stunned and can't act this round.
That's what he thinks he says. What he actually says is, and that is all.
Nice cover.
Well, this is going to be a short fight. Boom. There goes Vrieg. And Dante, you're up next.
Dante's gonna move up. And going to use Puff of Poison on him.
What?
Puff poison.
Yes.
All right, by all means.
Sounds dirty.
Oh, okay. So Vrieg takes half damage from it as...
So how this works is he will take 4 damage either way. If he succeeds, he only takes 1 persistent damage, poison damage per turn.
Very nice. All right, roll the damage on him. And I think there should be a condition, maybe, to drop on him as well.
There is.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Apparently he does take only half. Or that's just how it's set up. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me have a look at Puff Poison real quick. All right, so exhale a shimmering cloud of toxic breath in your enemy's face. Target takes poison damage equal to your spellcasting modifier and 2 persistent damage.
Oh yeah, half initial and persistent. Okay.
Yeah. So let's just check. Yeah, so Vrieg does have persistent damage on him already, so that's fine. Yep. Cool. All right. Cool. That is what you have breathed poison at him. We then go to Padrig.
And then I'll use my last.
sorry.
Oh, wait, no, that's right. I moved.
Yeah.
That's right. I moved. That was
did.
an action.
Yeah. All right, Patrick.
All right. Well, first thing do, reload, regular bullet, and then let's shoot Vrieg.
Why am I making noises? I have. Yeah.
To be fair, I like your noises.
It's a boy thing. We all have to make noises.
All right. Yeah, it's apparently in Star Wars, they had to keep telling freaking what's his name, Obi-Wan's actor, to not make
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. They had to keep telling him not to make the lightsaber noises as he was like doing his choreography.
What was it?
No, yeah.
Well, what was the woman? She was the purple-haired general in the last one, and she was also in Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? She the same thing with her. When she was shooting her gun, she kept on going pew 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 pew.
Yeah, checks out. We're all big kids. All right. What number would you like for your critical hit, Patrick?
I will take number 1.
Huh. All right. Deal your damage. And you deal a deep wound, sickening him for 3 after you've murdered him.
Yeah, he would be sickened. He's sickened by his guts coming out.
Indeed. All right. A large explosion rocks this chamber as Vrieg falls to the ground. Collodi, however, seems to still be struggling with the arm. It looks as though, even though the creature is dead, Collodi still has no control over the limb.
Oh.
Is it stitched on that we could like cut the stitches, or do I need to just hack it off?
It looks as though it is kind of affixed on, like kind of with mechanical like staples kind of thing.
Oh.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna
even
need
harder to
hold
pull off.
Very still.
Well, we're still in initiative for the time being.
Okay.
But yes, that's just try. Don't aggravate. It's like his vision's based on movement. All right, Fido.
All right. Well, I will take my. Let's see. So I reloaded. I shot. I'll take my last action this round to reload, just in case.
Yep, not a problem. All right, you reload and kind of just keep a weather eye out on the happenstance of what's going on. Collodi is struggling with his arm. He's like, hey guys, this don't look like it's going away anytime soon. Just okay, come here. Listen. You and I, we don't know each other too well. Okay, we've only just met. Okay, I feel like I've already gotten to know you so well. We're already so attached, you and I. Okay, just calm down. Get it? Because we're attached in the arm.
I got it.
God damn it.
I feel like we're dealing with the Eldritch Joe Pesci.
I know, right?
All right, Fido, you're up.
Okay. I go and move up to him and say, just going to try to help you get a hold of that. And I'm going to try to grab at his arm and kind of like pin it.
All right, make an athletics check.
All right. Yay, I did something.
Ooh, very nice. Oh, you managed to do it. Wow. Yeah, you grab hold of the arm and you managed to hold it. With Collodi kind of trying to pin the arm down at the same time, it seems to be holding out for the time being. Holly.
I don't know how useful I'm going to be, but like, how attached is the arm to Collodi?
I mean, they've only just met each other. They haven't really had a chance to get to know one another well. But how well does one need to get to know oneself when one is grafted to another entity?
Is it stitched on?
It's stapled.
It's stapled on. What if I just start popping staples on the arm?
You can make a craft check and try to dismantle the stitching. Yeah, 100%.
I was going to ask about that on my next turn.
Hey, it's a team effort.
What happens if I fail that check?
Oh, you know.
Oh God.
We all know what happens if you fail a craft check on Kalodi.
Kaboom.
Oh God, I'm gonna try it. This is probably a terrible idea.
Go for it, snack size.
I don't have anything else to do. Like that's the only thing I can think to do.
All right.
He's got a big arm, not a big mouth. It'll be fine.
Do I know you? Have we met? All right.
I'm gonna talk to him first.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not very strong, and I don't think I can help hold you down, but I can try to get the arm off of you if you guys can try to hold it still for me, okay?
Yeah, okay. We'll try and hold it still. The hand just gives you the middle finger as it's, like, struggling. It's pretty good. That is pretty good.
I can't believe that roll.
It is, however, one shy of what you need.
No.
I'd love to, but you are untrained, as it were, which unfortunately is a little shy. However, it is not a critical failure. So, thankfully, you hear the sound of the mechanisms working inside, and popping the stitches seems to be a lot trickier, as it is mixed with not only the sinew, but also the various thick metal fibers that make up Kalodi's interior mechanisms. So pulling it out of the flesh is kind of easy, but the mechanisms themselves seem still intertwined from where you can see it. It's hard to, and of course you're also doing this barehanded. You don't have tools specifically designed to do this either. So this is not an easy task by any means. All right, Kalodi will spend one action trying to restrain the arm. The second action is going to be used to try and break free of Fido. So Fido, I need you to make an athletics check.
Copy.
You have to get a 35.
Oh yeah. There you go.
All right. The arm basically just flips Fido onto his side. And as it does, it is going to try and slap Fido. Just sort of like twist his arm and put him on his face. And then just sort of like, just sort of hit him in the back.
I am a good boy. I didn't mean to party in the house.
All right. Oh, that is a miss. Look at that.
Oh,
Very nice.
Ooh.
All right, Fido, you roll out of the way, but you see the ground crunch underneath this zombie hand.
Oh.
All right, Quinn, you're up next.
Is the explosive nature of our friend Kalodi considered a trap? Is it a device meant?
I'll allow you to approach the bench. What would you like to petition?
I would like to disarm the explosive part
Oh,
of Kalodi.
oh.
I mean, okay. I would say that you unfortunately would only be able to do that element on a natural 20. Kalodi is a very complex mechanism, who is also several CRs higher than your character. He is
So
also...
if I fail, I might hurt him.
No.
Oh,
Same.
premature detonation.
Second verse, same as the first. Any failed craft check on Kalodi threatens to trigger his explosives. Because remembering Malvolo, who is his creator, made Kalodi as a master trapsman. So any signs of tampering ran the risk of detonating, exploding, or even there's actually a spear trap in Kalodi as well. In case people... So there's a lot of stuff going on inside this puppet. Yeah.
All right. And he's no longer restrained either, is he?
He is restraining himself. So he is still
Okay.
holding his arm down as best he can, but that's just translating to he's having less actions in his turn.
I would like then to aim just below the staples. Just the fleshy part of the arm, flesh and bone.
Okay, yeah.
And make an attack.
All right, so are you attempting to sever the arm?
Yeah, that I'm just going for the fleshy bits rather than working with the staples.
Right.
I mean, I know I'm going to leave a little bit of flesh behind, but...
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, so doing this is going to be going to require a critical hit, but it is a cold shot critical hit. So basically just make your attack as normal, and if you manage to crit, that is the effect that you'll get. If you fail, it'll just be obviously a cut. That is a critical bloody hit, it is.
Woo!
All right. With a slice almost so clean through the bone and the sinew, the arm falls free of Kalodi, who then immediately goes, "Ah! Oh!" No, I'm just kidding. I can't feel a thing. It's fine.
Scared me.
This is a good one, right? I mean,
you got me. You totally did.
That's okay. It's fine. That arm's dead anyway.
Definitely dead weight, right?
I like that.
I
all
pick
right.
it up.
You pick up the Shoanti arm. I mean, the missing sliver of flesh is so barely noticeable. Like, as in, not enough that you don't think that it's, no one's going to be pedantic enough to turn around and say, oh, he's missing, a millimeter of his flesh, blah, blah, blah.
Not to mention, they aren't going to know how much of the arm was actually used.
Yeah. So, as this happens, Kalodi says, "Hey, listen, thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. I've been kind of stuck here for a little bit. The further away I get from the person who made me, the kind of slower and sluggish I get. And these guys kind of jump me in an alleyway. Not really often it happens, but, on occasion, somebody, I owe someone money, and I think, okay, I'll just chill out here. This is a little bit too far. So, I'm going to go and, try and find my arm,
Okay.
But, I'm glad you found yours, I guess.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, look, my name's Kalodi, and, I don't know how long I'm going to be in town, but, if you need anything... there's a carpentry shop over on the East End. I'm kind of laying low at. Obviously, while I have no arm, I can't be of much help. And I used to have a very shiny blade, very similar to the one that you're using there, Miss. With your lightning and all that. But it's gone missing as well. So, I'm kind of ad hoc looking for the weapon as well. So if you hear anything about a big lightning blade, not your one, but like another one that maybe imbued or inset into like a wooden hand, maybe let us know, and then that I'd really appreciate it.
Definitely. Carpenter shop on the east side.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it the only one?
It is right now.
All right. Yeah.
So hey, just a quick question. So I'm an expert in crafting, and I have quick repair. Is there anything I can do in the space of a minute to maybe patch him up or get him working a little better where we cut his flesh arm off?
Oh, there's no. I mean, it's for him. It's almost as if someone's just removed the arm. You know what I mean? It's like an interchangeable piece and stuff. So it's not damaged. He is not damaged in that way.
All right.
But you can make a craft check if you wish to appreciate the craftsmanship of this individual.
I will certainly do that.
Make a craft check. Do. Way. Goodbye. All right. With your craft check, you do indeed get to appreciate how complex this actual creature is. You will gain a feat that I will call the Golem Tinkerer. The Golem Tinkerer will allow you to create and craft small constructs the size of toys, should you have the desire and the resources to build or do so.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Cool.
While Patrick is doing this, Dante will hand Quinn a lesser healing potion.
Don't do that. I'll just give her the Philosopher's Extraction, and everyone can drink lesser healing potions until we're all healed up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, save the real ones. We've got infinite ones.
All right.
But I will.
About that.
Yeah, no problem.
So sorry, real quick, if I may, just because I know that a few of us are skirting on the end of the energy levels here today, we are going to look at wrapping up a little bit early for today. So, as we find ourselves emerging from the Dead Warrens, our heroes make their way back towards the keep, which we can see. Nope. There we go.
At some point.
At some point. There we go. All right. Making their way back towards the keep, our heroes find themselves in the presence once again of Cressida Croft and Thousand Bones. They look expectantly. And how do you guys bring the body back?
Before we get back there, can we try to put it back in one piece?
Yep, easy done.
All right. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. So we will put him back together and carry him as reverently as we can, as someone who is
Shrouded
due respect
Very well.
and honor,
Thousand Bones.
and not as a jumbled parts in a bag.
Yeah. I'm imagining that there's this small, like, flat cart kind of thing with some cloth over the wrapped up body. While there hasn't been any stitchings or anything kind of, like, permanently made or anything like that, the body has been put into its pieces and then mummy wrapped, as it were, into this very traditional, like, kind of way of keeping bodies. You've allowed the face to be, sort of displayed so that, you can identify what had happened. And Thousand Bones, the Shoanti shaman, walks over to the body. Lifting up the face, he looks, and a look of solemn grief washes over his face. He simply says in a language that, unless anyone speaks Shoanti, you don't understand, but he says, "Rest well, grandson. We will be home soon."
I do speak Shoanti, but I mean,
No, you well, in which case, yes, you'll hear that. Well, before you actually knew him to be the chieftain's son, but what you didn't realize is that he was also the grandson of the shaman. Thousand Bone turns to Cressida. "You have honored your word, and like true you have spoken. Your allies have returned that which the people have requested. With this, war shall be averted. I cannot thank you enough. It has been many moons since I have found people who are willing to lay down their own lives at the expense of those they do not know. Know that the friendship of the Shoanti is a long and perilous road. I hope that you continue to travel on it, and that we may find ourselves in each other's company at a later impasse or precipice. Place. Word. Eloquent. Good. With that, he will take the cart himself. Even though he is old and what looks to be frail, leaning on like what looks to be a bony staff, he actually picks it with one hand, and you watch as he lifts, like he's still using the staff, but he grabs the back of the cart from behind him with one hand and lifts it, and has enough strength to pull it by himself. The Shoanti are very, very strong, yes, he will show himself out. Cressida looks and says, "Oh, my God, thank you. I I don't know what would have happened if you guys had not had been here. Here, please allow me to give you at least some measure of reward and compensation for your efforts. She hands each of you 150 silver pieces. I know I don't have much left, and truth be told, a few of the guards will be getting a few less shifts, but honestly, their contributions to the crisis that has been mounting is nowhere in comparison to yourselves. Please, take this.
Thank you.
Bow my head.
She nods and she bows as well. Now, rest up. Hopefully, the times will settle for the moment. You can see that there's a look of worry over her face. Something is gnawing at her. If anyone wishes to push it, you may. Otherwise, you can leave and come back to it another time.
I'm curious.
Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna.
Is there something troubling you?
Well, there is a piece of trouble. You see, the word has gotten out. Apparently, the person responsible for killing the king has been revealed to the people. A young girl by the name of Sabina. There's an announcement due to be placed this evening, but I'm worried. I fear that the news, once it hits the streets, will do little more than to incite violence and mob justice. I can't act against the Queen myself. I just worry that this young lady, even if she is the killer, won't receive a proper trial. Not if the mob gets to her first.
Has she already been taken into custody?
No, she hasn't. The guards are making their way there now.
Wish us to assist the guard, but make sure that she is not harmed.
That is their duty. And I know, gods I know, that they will try.
I mean, there's already been the reveal. There's no way to keep that news from getting out.
The Queen's announcement is happening within the hour. The guards are already on their way.
Should we make our way to try and catch up with the pool of guards and lend our aid in case it's needed?
I was gonna say, or try and convince the Queen not to mention it until she's in custody.
The Queen
could technically do both.
The Queen wishes to put aside the unstilled hearts of the people. The chaos and riots that have mounted because of the death of the king still plagues the streets. She wishes to announce the identity so that people will feel at ease. But I don't know. I ask this not as the commander of the Korvosan guards, but I ask this as someone who knows that you have been people to be relied upon time and time again. If you can, in Old Korvosa, there is a place known as the Shingles, a series of multiple apartments built upon one another. Head there, and once the news hits, just make sure that Sabina goes quietly and with the guards, and that she stays safe. I think if she tries to run, she'll have nowhere to go.
We will.
We can
We
do
will
that.
do this.
Absolutely.
Krista looks at you and nods. She thanks you again. And as she kind of looks down, she goes, honestly, I don't know how things could get worse than they are at the moment. All of a sudden, from the east end of town, you hear sorry! And that is where we're going to end today's session. With Kalodi exploding somewhere in the East End, and our group on a new quest. Thank you so much to everyone for coming in today, and for playing and having fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the Kalodi cameo, courtesy of none other than our wonderful friend Kalindria. Thank you so much for your support.
It was wonderful.
It was Kalodi is a level 10 character from that. But to make sure that there is no thing on this, Gadrin was already on red health. He was definitely not going to live another hit, no matter who hit him. It was just very funny that it was a crit from Kalodi that sort of exploded his brains. But it made for a really cool encounter with the animated arm still kind of fighting up against everyone. So that was a really cool encounter, and I want to thank Kalindria for helping facilitate that. Thank you to Classic Sam, our dear friend, for the bit donation just then. Very much appreciated. And of course, thank you to Avarian for coming in with the raid. We're always happy to see Avarian and their community coming and hanging in. And if any of you are still around, guys, Avarian's a wonderful craftsman. Please go check out his channel. Give it a follow. Give it a like. There you go. Here you go. Hey, the Phoenix Tavern. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. We're actually just wrapping up. So, guys, my name is Michael. I'm Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week, doing a whole bunch of really, really cool things. What are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, I think we are going to be doing some fun stuff tomorrow. I will look at what I want to do, look at some fun things, and we'll stream something tomorrow. Wednesday will be a break. Wednesday, Thursday, because it's school holidays, so we're doing the school holiday thing. Then we should be getting close to the conclusion of Curse of Strahd, and then preparing for our next adventure over there, which is actually kind of ironic, because not only are we getting close to the end of Curse of Strahd, we're also getting close to the end of Strange Aeons on Saturday as well. So lots of changes coming to the lineup in the next few weeks. Hopefully, with the new changes, I'm going to be updating the schedule and making sure that everyone can have easy access to it all. I'm also going to be putting aside some time in the next few weeks to talk with some folks about a Dead Aussie Gamer website, where you'll be able to view and play around with a bunch of Dead Aussie Gamer stuff. So you can actually watch all my one-shots and watch all the series and things. We'll go through and we edit a bunch of them. Yeah, it's basically just going to be a one-stop shop for all the things DAG. So yay! All right, that's me. That's it. Thank you to my wonderful players and Patreons. Thank you to all the people who donated today. We are now going to go and raid someone. Who are we going to go and raid? We are going to go and raid. Let's see. Let's raid. Who is out and about? Let us raid. Let's raid Scarlet. Yes, we like Scarlet. Scarlet is amazing. She's a wonderful performer, DJ, and Dungeon Master who runs Into the Abyss on Mondays. So we're going to go and hang out there. Guys, be sure to give her all the love. Be sure to drop in all of the raid emotes. They are, they're a wonderful group of streamers, and they deserve all of our support. Till we meet again, as always, stay safe, stay wonderful, and as always, game hard or die trying. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
No.